Hello everyone. Before we learn how to use having clause to write the query to solve this particular question, I want to talk about various SQL clause ordering with respect to internal execution of a SQL query. The very first SQL clause that gets executed is the from clause, which enables us to narrow down a specific table of interest among the tables stored within the database. To keep this diagram simple, I haven't drawn the from keyword. You can imagine drawing the database, including an arrow from the database to this table by specifying the from keyword on top of that arrow. The second SQL clause that will get executed is the where clause, which enables us to filter rows of interest by applying a specific Boolean expression which is going to contain a condition about a specific column. After filtering the rows using where clause, we are going to apply the group by clause, which is going to enable us to create groups of the filtered rows based on a specific column. After grouping, we are going to apply aggregates like sum, average, count, and so on. The output of the aggregate step is going to be the number of rows as the exact same number of groups with the computed summary. Let's consider an example query which does not have where or group by clauses but has an aggregate. The example here is going to be select count of star from movies table. The output of this query is going to contain exactly one row, which is going to contain the summary of all the rows within the movies table over here. The count is going to get displayed as 998. If we do have a group by clause, then we are going to get the number of rows as part of the output from aggregate step as the exact number of groups that got created by the group by clause. Following aggregate, we are going to apply the having clause, which is going to enable us to apply a specific Boolean expression to filter groups based on a specific summary column's value. What is the difference between where clause and having clause? With respect to the previous example, we wanted to write a Boolean expression where we apply the condition as count greater than or equal to 3. Count was not an original column as part of the database table. We cannot use such conditions as part of the where clause. That's because the where clause execution happens way before than we execute the aggregate, which is going to generate the count column value. So clearly you cannot write a condition about a column which does not exist when the where clause is being executed. Because of that reason, we'll have to write having clause to filter out the groups based on the summary column value. After applying the having clause, we are going to apply the order by clause to order the summarized rows based on a specific column's ordering. Finally, we are going to apply the simple limit filtering clause to limit the rows. This diagram does not show the select clause. That's because select clause is a little bit tricky to represent as part of this diagram. If you think about it, part of the selection happens when you perform the aggregation and part of the selection happens when you perform the limit. Let's go back to the previous question and we are going to solve that using having clause. Let me go ahead and copy the query which we had typed previously. Instead of writing the condition as part of the where clause, we'll have to write it as part of the having clause. Whenever you have a question which requires you to apply two different conditions, think about which of those conditions can be applied to the original database tables column and think about which condition can be applied to the aggregate column. The aggregate column condition is going to go as part of the having clause and the original column condition is going to go as part of the where clause over here. So let me go ahead and insert a new cell. We are going to take the condition from the where clause and we are going to write a having clause. I'll have to write the having clause after the group by clause. The condition is going to be count greater than or equal to 3 and now we can get rid of the where clause. Observe that we are getting the correct output now I'm not at all surprised to see Christopher Nolan's name as part of the output for this particular query. Let's move on to the next question, which is asking which directors have had more than three movies that have been released since 2010. I'm going to create a shell of the query. I'm going to have select clause, after which I'm going to type the from clause along with the name of the table, which is going to be movies. After that, we are going to have where clause, following which we are going to have group by, and then we are going to have having. Finally, we are going to have order by and limit. This is a shell of the query, including all of the clauses that we have learned so far. Let's use this shell to answer the next two questions. The question is asking which directors. So clearly we'll have to group by director here. Let me also type in director as part of the select clause. The next part is asking have had more than three movies. This particular information does not come from the original database table rows or columns. So clearly we'll have to include this condition as part of the having clause. So I'm going to say count greater than or equal to 3. Let's also compute count. I'm going to do that by saying count of star, and I'll have to save the column name as count over here. The remaining part of the question is about the movies since 2010. So clearly this is going to be a condition for the where clause because the year information is coming from the original tables column. I'm going to write my where condition as greater than or equal to 2010 over here. For now, I'm going to remove order by and limit. We are going to introduce order by again shortly. Observe that we are getting the expected output for the query, but a better way to answer this query would be to order the output rows based on the count. And let me do the descending order over here. These are going to be the top 10 directors which have had more than three movies since 2010. Why are we displaying top 10? That's because 10 is the default argument for the cap parameter as part of the QRY function. You can play around with that to look at the other rows as part of this output. Let's answer this final question over here, which is asking which directors. So clearly group by is going to be director. Which directors have had more than three movies? This information is not coming from the original database table. So I'm going to type my having clause condition as count greater than or equal to 3. Let me go ahead and type the director column name as part of select clause. I'm also going to compute count of star as count here. Let's look at the rest of the question. Which directors have had more than three movies with runtimes under 100 minutes? Runtime information is coming from the original tables column. So I'm going to type that expression as part of the where clause here. I'm going to say where runtime less than 100. Let's get rid of the remaining clauses here and execute this final query. Observe that we are getting the expected output. Again, you can imagine ordering the output rows based on the count here. Instead of just using the output as such, I could order by count descending, and that's going to enable us to get the directors who have had more than three movies with runtime under 100 minutes, and you order the output rows based on the count column here. Always keep in mind to close the database connection. If you do not do this step as part of project P13, it is likely that AutoGrader will fail. So please read the description of the project, which instructs you to call the close function on the connection object instance reference and follow that. Let me take a quick minute to talk about course evals. All of you will be receiving course evaluation email sometime today. This is the time where you become an instructor and give me feedback about my instruction. It's time for me to become the student and for all of you to become the instructor, in the sense that you're going to instruct me about the things which can be changed as part of this course. Feedback is really important for me. I've always made improvements to the CS220 or CS319 course based on past semester student feedback. So please take a couple of minutes to write the final course evals for this particular course. That will be it for today's lecture.